Welcome to Cross 4 Cybersecurity Tools and Technologies. My name is Bayedo. I'm very excited to guide you through one of the most practical and important areas in your cybersecurity journey. This course introduces you to the essential tools organizations rely on every day to detect, analyze, prevent, and respond to cyber threats. Cybersecurity isn't just about policies or even awareness. It's also about having the right tools, just like a firefighter will need the right gear. Cybersecurity professionals also need reliable, effective technologies to stay ahead of attackers. So whether you are responsible for protecting your network, or you are investigating threats, or you're meeting compliance standards, learning how to use these tools effectively is a must. Did you know there was a recent study that found that 96% of companies use at least one cybersecurity tool, but fewer than half actually use them to their full potential? That's like owning a car, but never learning how to drive it efficiently. Maximizing the tool effectiveness is actually critical for staying secure. So let's go to understanding cybersecurity tools and their categories. Cybersecurity tools are designed for different purposes depending on where they are applied. Some are used to block attacks before they happen. Some will alert us even when something suspicious occurs, and others, they help us to respond or recover. Think of cybersecurity like home security. You lock your doors, that's prevention. You install a security camera, that's detection. And then you call the police if there's a break-in, that's response. And then you repair the damage after it's done, that's recovery. So to better understand how tools are used, we must break them down into some categories, and we have 4 categories here. The very first category is prevention tools. These tools, they stop attacks even before they occur. Examples are like firewalls, or like IDS, which is intrusion detection system, or IPS, which is intrusion prevention system. And then also we have email security gateways. Also, we have detection tools. These ones, they identify and alert on suspicious activity. In this category, the examples will be like SIEM tool, which is security information and event management tool. And then we have threat intelligence platform, TIPs. And then we have the response tools. They help to remediate incidents after they occur. Example of that would be EDR. That's endpoint detection and response. And then we have SOAR, which is security orchestration, automation, and response. And then we have the incident response platforms, IRPs. Also, the last one in this category is response tools. These ones, they help to remediate incidents after they occur. So we have the recovery tools, which help to restore systems after an attack. And then these ones are backup and disaster recovery solutions. In 2017, WannaCry ransomware attack, companies without solid firewalls or endpoint protections were locked out of their own systems in their organizations. But those with intrusion prevention systems and endpoint detection tools were able to catch the threat early, and they stopped it. Lesson learned there is that investing in prevention, detection, and response tools isn't optional. It's essential for cyber resilience. Let's look at the same tool itself, which is security information and event management. These tools are like the central nervous system of cybersecurity. They pull in logs from all over your IT environment, whether it's firewalls, servers, applications, databases, so on and so forth. And they look for patterns that indicate something suspicious is happening. Some key features of SIEM tools will be log aggregation, which collects logs from different tools and systems. And then we have real-time monitoring. They keep watch as events unfold, and this is in real time. And then we have the automated alerting. They flag unusual behavior using set rules. Those rules would have been configured ahead of time. And then we have incident investigation, where they help security teams to analyze what happened, when they happened, and how they happened. We have some examples of some popular SIEM solutions here. Splunk is the most popular of them all. We have Splunk Enterprise Security. IBM also, they have their own proprietary SIEM tool, which is QRadar. We also have Microsoft Sentinel, which is also popular, and then ArcSight. A large financial company detected suspicious database activity thanks to Splunk because they use Splunk. But an employee was trying to access sensitive financial records late at night, and that was outside of normal work hours. So the SIEM tool flagged it, and the company found out the insider was trying to steal data. Lesson learned there is that SIEM tools, they're not just fancy dashboards. They can stop real threats before they escalate, especially from the inside, which is insider threats. Think of SIEM tool as the home security system that sends you a text when your front door opens at 3 a.m. and you are not home at that time. Let's look at endpoint detection and response, which is the EDR solutions. This tool protects the most targeted devices like laptops, desktops, servers, printers, anything that serves as your endpoint. Hackers, they often start very small, but they know that one infected laptop is all they need to enter into the entire network. So the EDR tool helps to catch that early. That's what they do. So the key features of EDR solutions will be like threat detection and prevention. They detect, they block, and prevent malware or suspicious activity in real time. And then they are used for forensic investigation as well. It helps them to see how an attack unfolded. And then they also are used for automated response. They use it to isolate infected devices, and that happens automatically to stop from spreading. And then we have popular EDR solutions like CrowdStrike Falcon, Carbon Black, Sentinel-1, and so on. In a real-world example was in 2021 that a tech company was hit by ransomware. Their EDR tool, which was CrowdStrike that they used at that time, it noticed odd behavior on a workstation and automatically quarantined the device. The ransomware was stopped before it could even move to other systems. And lesson learned here is that EDR tools are like fire extinguishers. They stop the fire before it burns down the entire building. Imagine a security guard who sees a thief in action and locks the door instantly before the thief can escape or even call for backup. Let's now look at the TIPs, which are threat intelligence platforms, and their role in cybersecurity. Threat intelligence platform or TIP, what are they really about? These tools, they gather real-time data about attackers, their methods, and indicators of compromise. So they do that to stop threats even before they arrive. So there are types of threat intelligence that these tools work for. The very first one is strategic, which is high-level overviews for executives to use and for planning for the most part. And that's why it's called strategic. And then we have the tactical, which is technical indicators like IP addresses and file hashes. And then we have operational, which are details about current threats that are targeting your industry. So these are three types of threat intelligence: strategic, which is high-level overviews for executives, and they're used for planning for the most part; tactical, which is for technical indicators like IP addresses and file hashes; and operational, which are details about current threats targeting your industry. Some popular threat intelligence platforms are Recorded Future, Threat Connect, Anomaly. Anomaly is actually very popular. A global IT company used Threat Connect to detect signs of a major supply chain attack. And by identifying suspicious domains early, they were able to block phishing emails even before employees ever saw them. The lesson learned here is that TIPs are like weather forecasts for cyber threats. They help to prepare you for the storm before it hits. Think of it like getting a heads up that someone is targeting your house even before they even arrive on your street. Let's now look at some emerging technologies like AI, automation, and blockchain, and how they are or they affect cybersecurity. Cybersecurity tools are fast evolving, and technologies like AI, automation, or even blockchain are changing how we defend our systems. How are emerging technologies shaping cybersecurity? Let's look at AI and machine learning first. They are used mostly to speed up threat detection by analyzing massive data sets. And then we have automation, where SOAR tools fall under. They're used to respond to incidents automatically to reduce workload. And then we have blockchain, which really helps to protect data integrity and secure transactions. Let's look at Google AI-driven email filtering system that blocks over 99.9% of phishing attempts by scanning billions of email patterns every single day. And the lesson learned there is that AI and automation, they're not just buzzwords. They're actually critical tools that help us to react faster and smarter. AI in security, it's like having a self-driving security guard. It sees more, it moves faster, and it never sleeps. Okay, great job completing Module 1. Let's quickly go over what we learned here. Number 1, cybersecurity tools fall into 4 major categories: prevention, detection, response, and recovery. Number 2, SIEM solutions, they collect and analyze logs to detect threats in real time. Number 3, EDR tools, they protect endpoints by detecting and isolating threats automatically. And then we have TIPS, which are threat intelligence platforms. They help to give us the threat intelligence that we need to stay ahead of cyber criminals. And lastly but not the least, AI, automation, and blockchain, they are changing how we build smarter, faster defenses. In the next module, we're going to look at roles of tools in administrative, business, and technical cybersecurity environments. I'm glad that you enjoyed this module, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Let's go there.